A poem by Edna St. Vincent Millay. This should be simple. If one's powers were great, if one were God, for instance, and the world not yet created, Lucifer not hurled yet out of heaven to plot and instigate most thoughtful mischief, simple, in a state of non-existence, to manipulate and mold unwieldy, heavy, obstinate but thoughtless matter into some bright world, make something out of nothing, and create as many planets and as various men and other mortal creatures as might seem consistent with the structure and the theme of one's proposed achievement, not from dream, no, not from aspiration, not from hope, but out of art and wisdom. And those powers, such as must qualify a god, create a world at least as beautiful and brave, and terrified and sorrowful as ours. For nothingness is plastic, has no trend, is stubborn but in this, it is inert, wills not to render justice, nor do hurt, and should be, in strong hands, easy to bend. But evil upon evil laminate through layers uncountable as leaves in coal, to strip that into strata, perpetrate such outrage upon evil, and create good out of wickedness at this late date. There's a trick to tame the gamiest soul. Sweet earth, you might from birth, O beaming sight, with gentle glow have lighted all the night, and man a star upon a planet sea, radiant beyond the furthest nebulae. But earth, though grown to green and luscious state, her blossom, man, has never yet unfurled. Observe how body, botched and profligate, except in greed, proceeds this pretty world. We move in darkness, solemn and extreme. We falter forward, hesitate, decide to turn about, pause, fumble, plunge, collide, beg pardon, and then bob and bob about from left to right, bump foreheads, then burst out in nervous merry laughter, and plunge forth into the forest suddenly, you running east by north, gasping and stumbling over stumps, and I east by south, slashing through bogs, tripped by submerged logs, and with muddy water in my mouth, till every sound subsides, and all is lost in darkness and in fog, and neither of us has thought to say good night. Such blindness does not intercept the sight of the efficient. They have learned by heart, by daylight, from a most meticulous chart, just where to go. They know, and can as well through darkness as by day find their direct, discreet, expedient way. Know where to go to muster or to hide. They move along us all throughout the night. They pass close by your side. You do not hear their step. They step so light. Why cannot we, as well as they, scout, reconnoiter, photograph, survey, make maps and study them and learn our way? Or must we lie and sleep because 'tis night? Then it is true that in this world today, Lucifer alone can bring men light. Must double dealings like a snaked fork's tongue flick red at us from under every stone? Must honor be self-conscious, being alone, an aspiration, an infected lung? Must justice always dawdle, don its wig and wipe its spectacles before it speaks, and government keep flapping to and fro like a loose shutter on a hinge that squeaks? Kindness of heart be such a whirligig? Courtesy mince and bow with pointed toe? Piety smirk, and scholarship repose in camphor, saving on commencement day? Evil alone has oil for every wheel, rolls without friction and arrives on time, looks forward and sees far, does not reveal itself in conversation, is sublime in logic, is not wasteful, does not feel compunction, buries the dead past in lime. I think, perhaps, the gods, who may not die, may not achieve unconsciousness, forget even their errors or their sins, are set on making daily pieties comply with nightly assignations, and are shy of mortal things, like laughter, say, or tears, things which they might regret an eon of years. Fervor, devotion, fright, audacity. But we are singled out. Oh, we have doom to comfort us, sweet peril, imminent death. So we have leisure, we have time, have room for wide despair and all its leagues beneath. Lethal delights the gods dare not assume, and not possessing them, cannot bequeath. And out of haughty, smooth, serene despair, we might envision and we might fulfill appointments and arrangements which the fair, soft gods have never made and never will. From so much energy, so little hope, so vast a consolation in the end, we could erect a thing of poise and scope, which future generations might defend and put to their own use, and what we grope to get a glimpse of, they might comprehend. To build a house would be, it seems to me, an easy task, if you had solid, good, simple material, clean of history, honest, unbiased brick, cement, and wood, if you had sense, authority, and time, and need not quibble, shift, cajole, subdue, break down partitions, breathe old hair and lime, or tease out the out of plumb into the true. If you need not, for instance, for one thing, lure ancient chimneys to be lined with tile. Oh, what a joy! Oh, hear the hammers ring! A house! And building houses is worthwhile. We, the living, we, the still alive. Why, what a triumph, what a task is here! But how to go about it? How connive to outwit evil in his proper sphere and element? Evil, conservative, established, disciplined, adroit, severe. And yet in some way, yet, we may contrive to build our world, if not this year, next year.